After the spell was broken and the kingdom rejoiced, Princess Aurora and Prince Philip began a new chapter filled with adventure, kindness, and discovery. One bright morning, Aurora stood on her castle balcony, watching the golden sunrise. Aurora smiling. "Philip, the world feels so big. I want to explore it and help our people," Prince Philip grinning. "Then let's begin today, Your Highness. Adventure awaits." Aurora and Philip rode their horses into the enchanted forest where Aurora had once lived as Briar Rose. At the tree line, the air changed to a heavy, damp and still. Aurora pulled the reins, her horse to a sudden jarring halt. A rhythmic, high-pitched whimpering cut through the silence. She swung down from the saddle, moving past the thicket of thorns that blocked the path. She knelt in the dirt, hands working quickly to clear the sharp branches. A small bunny lay shivering in the mud, ears pressed flat against its head. Aurora scooped the creature into her palms, shielding it from the biting wind. She scanned the forest floor, tracking the scent of damp earth until she found a burrow hidden beneath a hollow log. She placed the bunny down. A larger rabbit emerged from the darkness, nudging the little one into the safety of the tunnel. Philip watched from his horse, hand resting on his sword. From the forest to the village was a descent into grey. The road turned to dust under their horses' hooves. Here, the fields were not just dry, they were cracked. The earth split into jagged, thirsty plates. The village irrigation ditch stood empty, a scar across the landscape filled with silt and debris. They visited a nearby village where people greeted with cheers. "Welcome, Princess Aurora. Our crops haven't been growing well." Aurora looked at the dry fields. Their faces were etched with the exhaustion of a long, failed struggle. The silence here was different from the forest. "Let's work together. We can fix this." Aurora slid from her saddle, her boots hitting the parched ground with a dull thud. She walked past the line of villagers, her eyes scanning the blocked channel. She stopped at the center of the field, where the soil was hardest. She rolled up her sleeves and helped plant new seeds. She pushed down with her foot, heaving the first load of dry, compacted soil aside. Philip dismounted, his gaze shifting from the villagers to the task at hand. Philip did not hesitate. He moved to the riverbank, hauling heavy buckets of water back and forth, his muscles straining against the weight. Philip carried water, and the villagers joined in. The sun beat down, turning the dust into a fine, choking haze. Aurora continued to dig, her breath coming in ragged gasps as she fought the compacted silt. The villagers watched, their shovels still leaning against the dry earth. "Welcome, Princess Aurora. Our crops haven't been growing well." He drove his spade into the ditch. Another followed, then another. The rhythm of the work changed, shifting from a solitary struggle into a unified heavy pulse. They worked in silence, the only sounds the scraping of metal against rock and the dull thud of dirt being thrown aside. Sweat dripped from their brows, carving clean lines through the grime on their faces. They cleared the blockage, foot by foot, until the channel was open. The group stood back, chests heaving, eyes fixed on the distant bend of the river. The air grew still. A low sound rose from the depths of the ditch. The water pushed forward, dark and cool, reclaiming the path. It hit the thirsty ground with a hiss, soaking into the cracks. The water continued its steady advance, turning the parched soil into a dark, fertile bed.
As the sun dipped below the horizon, Child excited. "Look, the plants are growing already." Soon, green shoots began to appear.
Aurora. When we help each other, amazing things happen. The villagers stood in silence, watching the transformation. Then the air itself began to shimmer. That evening, the three good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, appeared in a swirl of sparkles. Merryweather, cheerful. We've been watching you, dear. Flora, you're becoming a wise and kind queen. Fauna, and we have a little gift. Where the barren soil had been, flowers surged upward, petals pulsing, rhythmic light. With a wave of their wands, a glowing garden bloomed in the castle courtyard, flowers shining under the moonlight. The colors shifted from deep indigo to vibrant violet, a spectral, living glow. The castle walls caught the reflection. Aurora, amazed. It's beautiful. Thank you. The villagers stepped back, shielding their eyes, then slowly moved forward to touch the glowing stems. The crowd remained motionless, caught in the sudden, impossible beauty. Aurora walked to the center of the garden, the glowing petals brushing her feet. She stepped onto the stone dais, Philip standing firmly at her side. She raised a hand, and the murmurs of the people died away into the night. She spoke of the forest, the fields, and the strength found in shared labor. Her voice carried across the courtyard, steady and clear. She did not speak of magic, but of the calloused hands that had cleared the silt and the sweat that had watered the earth. That night, Aurora and Philip stood before their people. Aurora, I promise to lead with kindness, courage, and love. Prince Philip, and together we will protect and care for this kingdom. The crowd cheered as lanterns lit up the sky. And from that day on, Princess Aurora's adventures continued spreading kindness, helping others, and making her kingdom a happier place for all. So, Aurora proved that being a true princess isn't just about crowns and castles. It's about kindness, bravery, and a heart full of love. The end, or maybe just the beginning.